Welcome everybody to Friday Night at the Crib, the open mic night, the arms race version. I hope everybody's having a good raid. Um, is that George?
Yeah.
I was hoping for that.
Not your
Trying to
nerd.
figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, somebody bitching about their monolith in the background.
Yep.
Yep. Alrighty.
It's someone waiting to bit monolith on the mic.
Yes.
No.
So I guess I'll introduce everybody. We have close to a full panel. We have one more in case somebody would like to join.
We can always kick nines.
And yeah, it's always a distinct possibility. From left to right, Toxic.
Good morning, everyone. How are we?
Pretty good. Shane?
Halo.
No
Raptor?
battle pirates.
Hello.
Yeah. Judge Steele. Didn't talk last time. I'm not sure if the mic works. Super Celeb.
What's up, guys? I can't believe you just introduced me like that, you ass.
Yep.
What a dick.
Yep. Daniel.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Two Doors.
Science.
Calamity Jane. Oh, he got muted. Oh well. And this is Hefe.
I thought he missed his cue.
I was just
Nice one,
waiting
George.
I was just waiting for the correct name. I mean, we could call George the master builder of monoliths.
No, I'm
Hey,
fine with
Mike-
calling him Super Celeb.
There's nothing wrong with my monolith build. Just because Kickside decided it was too good and had to change it 2 days before the raid. That ain't my fault.
Son of a.
Well, to be
So,
honest, you're not getting hurt that bad. I mean, how much is 25 splash hurting you that you're not getting? You know what I mean? And if you stay out of those
30%.
shells and your tank takes all the hits, I mean,
Oh, I'm still
deflections.
driving them. I'm still driving them stacked. I mean, I'm doing everything. I can do a complete A set for instant repair on the map.
yeah, I watched your video. It was still doing. They still drove just fine. You're just not getting those extra worthless little bonuses they give you. I mean, the only thing I'd see that makes any kind of a difference is not getting the deflections.
Well, I'm more concerned
know.
about being able to do the A set. That's what I'm upset about because it's not as easy.
30%
asset?
critical
Asset,
chance is important. 30% critical chance is kind of important.
Yep.
Well,
It's what,
on
30%
the bonuses they give are
DPS?
25% each damage. That really kind of pisses that away because I mean, it makes them truly stout without that critical chance. I mean, to be honest, you know.
Wait, you can't have this both ways. Complaining about not having this.
No,
crit
no, I'm not
chance
complaining.
is extra
I'm saying the
damage.
gridiron, its effects that the gridiron give, I never thought were really that great anyway.
I mean,
But
they're really.
instead
You're right.
of
They're really. not.
25% damage each really outweighs that 30% critical that you'd get. So I mean, you're really not losing anything by not actually able to get those bonuses from the gridiron. Is what I'm
So
saying.
the way the targets are, it doesn't really matter that much.
That's right. I could discuss. Oh, I don't have time to do that crap.
So I mean, yeah, I watched your video and they're still doing well. So cool. I mean, you got to drive them like you feel right driving them. You know.
It's just the whole 2 days before the raid thing. I mean, they knew what I was doing. It
Yeah.
wasn't a secret.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I
said
don't
it
think it was
from the
only
beginning.
George. I
Lake
think
Tactical
pretty
is
much.
ignorant. You know.
Yeah, I think most people were doing it that way, and that's
Yeah.
what, you know.
Well, they
what
put the
caused-
wind up speed on it. How else did they expect us to drive it? You've bred us into Apollos like this. Okay, this is how you drive this kind of a fleet. Y'all the ones that
These-
fixed the speed issue by putting wind up on it. You know.
But these Apollos suck.
Well, according to George, they really don't suck. I mean, and he's making well driving of them. You know.
Right, but for what they were supposed to replace, they're not they're not that much of a step up from the Citadel. And the thing is going into a new FM with these, the mechanics just aren't good.
Yeah,
They just
when,
not.
Yeah, they're
when
not.
you
I said
Well,
that from the beginning. It don't make a skill hole by making it hard to drive. That just makes it somebody was stupid putting it together. I mean, that gridiron never made any sense to me.
Let's
That's
combine
why.
the Wake Tactical module with acceleration. That'll make it hard on them.
Yeah, I mean, just because you make it harder to drive doesn't make it a skill hole. That just makes it a stupid engineer put it together.
I mean, the
You
problem too is like the idea of the target. Now you're supposed to kind of drive it like a backline normally. So if you drive it like the field encourages you to, you kind of creep up when you've got your lead ship going out front. You rain down a set of turrets or a set of docks, and then you've got these ships screaming in at you from the back line or some other weird flank that you can't be prepared for because of how the target draws you in and corners you or puts you in a tight lane like the 81s. And now you have to turn this thing and get it all the way back around somehow before those ships come from the back, assuming ships also don't come from the front. So protecting your back line is unnecessarily difficult a lot of the time.
Yeah, you'll get caught doing this third base to second base, running back and forth on the other sides of your DPS ships, trying to keep them covered. You know,
I love it.
That's why,
it's hard
yeah.
to do if you stop in those mono gridiron because it does the turning and the speed. You know,
Yeah,
you
that's just-
start off slow and you turn slow at the beginning. You know, I mean,
And the thing is too,
good.
and you're supposed to stop when you're in range of the turrets so you can rain down mortar fire on them. Because if you turn, you risk getting into range of turrets
Oh,
that do
snap.
not mess around.
Right. So like they gave us the Apollo mechanic, but then they gave us targets that mitigate the Apollo mechanic entirely.
You got to plan the hit before you actually do it. You know, that's what's seeming to work for me.
They hit the Apollo in the kneecap, though. The turn speed for the Apollo is like 300%, and the turn speed for this is like 50%.
Yeah.
And then they
Is it
made turning a requirement. Like they knew on some level.
Yeah. I built the monos and everything. They're not done, but they are all ranked and all. And I mean, I did go ahead and build them because, you know, you don't want to make the mistake, fucking not get them. But I've been, you know, the Empyrean Zelos all the way because that's the fleet that made sense to me.
See, and that's
going
another thing
forward.
that bothers me is that the generalist fleet is the more stable platform of anything in this raid, and it's supposed to be the third tier shit. I mean, that's a problem.
I did.
Yeah,
an
how are
ASAP.
people doing with those? Actually, I haven't
doing
built.
very
I
well.
did
Doing great. I'm doing 100s for 27-minute repair.
That's
I
not
did
bad.
A sets. I did A sets for 50 seconds apiece.
Wow.
Yeah, A
They're
sets
doing
and the
just fine.
84 Blitz are all instant map repair, but
I mean,
the 100s, you know, under a half hour for
And
one.
And the only time I even ran it as a tank and backline was to deal with the arcs. Everything else, I was just stacking the fleet and running as fast as I could to try and get them done quick.
Nice.
Hans, do you have an approximate time to kill? Like, how much physical time does it take you to do an A set? Not repair, just do it.
Going a little slow so everyone could see on my video, it was about 14 minutes.
Not bad.
That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah. That's real good.
Now that is with the new heavy mortars on all four Empyreans.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah,
Hey,
you got all four of
it's
those
an
things.
it's awesome power with those heavy mortars.
They
But I'm more liking the defense I got on my Empyreans off of them. It made me not have to switch to the MX on them.
Yeah.
the heavy mortars land the second the Z morts do, and you get one or two of those heavy mortars landing with the Z morts. It's pretty much a 1-2 shot for
Nice.
any turret cluster.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with that if that's the case because shit,
Wait.
it's generalist.
So,
Oh.
how many salvos does it take you with your Empyreans? You know the cold snap and the guillotine, I guess we're calling it, the short range missile mortar, in like an 83. Do you know how many salvos it takes you to kill that? About, gotta
Oh.
guess.
No, I mean, I haven't counted how many hits it takes to hit it, but I mean, I pull in there and then I can pull off, and whatever's in the air, it's gone.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say probably 3 at max.
And they fire.
Really?
I mean, they fire just
Yeah.
bam, bam, bam. You know.
I was gonna
It
say,
takes-
good iron monoliths. That's about 2 volleys, and the whole island's gone. With
No,
what I'll
no,
do-
it takes me 3. In my field, all I'll use
Two
gridiron, 4 monos. It takes me 3 hits to kill out those tanky turrets.
Your build sucks because mine only takes 2.
Mine takes 2.
You're
Hey,
missing a
Brian,
special
what I'll
somewhere, I
do-
guess.
I'm missing an explosive upgrade, I guess.
Brian, what I'll do
Are you running-
is
I mean,
Are
2
you running
will clear out the
6?
main ones, but
Are you running
three-
6 on each mono?
yeah, 6 OUs on 4 monos.
Yeah, it's probably the explosive upgrade.
I mean, I guess it could be. I'm gonna
'Cause
try some of them.
Mine just take two hits, and I don't think all of them have the explosive upgrade yet. Actually, I haven't finished refitting them because I'm pissed.
Well, I'll see what I can do maybe next time. That's weird. Oh crap! I gotta go. Bye bye.
Already?
and I was just getting ready to
Later,
screen
Yeah.
share.
Boy,
All
must
right,
keep us later.
Brian.
Later,
I'll see you
guys.
tomorrow.
We'll
Have
come
a good
back
one.
later.
DLHF.
Later.
He's got to go try that. See if he can get 2 volleys. Kill it.
Either that or he's going to prom.
Is it the transgender prom again? I thought that was last week.
Rainbow party.
That was last week.
That was last week, yeah.
Sorry.
So, anyway,
Yes. Now that everybody has a moment to breathe.
Yeah, and that's a thing also on the mono fleets. You really have to watch your weight on all of your ships for an overall fleet weight, which makes, I think, building the fleet a little harder than the generalist as well, because you can max weight every one of the generalist hulls in there and still be a couple of thousands under fleet weight.
Yeah. Gridiron monos, you can go over pretty easily.
Yeah, you got to watch yourself on that,
Yeah.
building those guys.
That sucks.
Yeah, just a helpful tip for anybody still working on them. You know, all right, I can get this to fit, but mind your
Pay
total
attention.
fleet weight. Yes.
Yep.
mine are maxed.
So, what's everyone like point wise?
I'm 101. No.
Shit, I don't know.
Uh,
60, 60
I'm
million.
74. But that was slapping at it yesterday and getting all the tokens and getting the heavy mortar for the Imperion. Yesterday was pretty much work on my fleet. I got all the tokens, all the standard tokens, all the Imperion tokens, and got them up into shape. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
And then for the next 3 days, it's going to be hard and heavy. I'll coast through the rest of it.
I've got to work most of the raid, but I'm at 47 million for about 3 hours of playtime.
It's not bad.
I'm trying to find some motivation to keep playing.
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
mean,
George.
I'm just tired of
Pretty
seeing the
boring.
same targets over and over. 'Cause
Yeah. No, I wish there was different targets,
Well,
multiple targets.
It's not.
Like-
It's not that. I mean, I was expecting to be able to do the S set. You know, I have the mono. That's supposed to be the skill hull, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's not. It's not shit now.
No, you don't have any charging on it, or
Oh yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
do. I mean, I did.
he's
I
got
did
full
a.
charged.
I did 100 last night, and I think I took just under 3 hours of damage. But
really?
you know, I just don't. I'm like, I'm not going to coin it.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to
That's
let
a
it
bit
full
much.
repair, and I walked away.
I mean,
Yeah.
icebreakers right now are technically doing 100s cheaper than monos. I think the lowest people are getting now is like anywhere from 3 to 5 coins a piece.
Yeah, I got a buddy, BBST. He's doing it with ices, 5 ices for 3 coins for 100. I don't know how. I haven't seen him do it, but that's what he said. So,
I was watching Shipwrecked here in Sector. He was doing the 100s for an hour and a half with his.
I
But
haven't had
he
any
had the lead also.
I haven't had any luck with icebreaker. I mean, costs way more to use those than it does my monos, so been trying to stay away from them.
Yeah. They still don't work on 80s.
No, it's either do 60s, 84s, or 100s with the icebreakers.
What kind of narrowed their path, didn't it? I mean, 800,000 a pop.
So what we've come to conclude then is that the generalist is the top-notch hull, the auto hull is the second hull, and the specialist hull is the third wrecked one. That's awesome. That's
So,
that makes me so happy.
so who's
I'm
paying 200
ecstatic.
mil next month?
We're all addicted. We'll do whatever we need to do to get by.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do this as free as possible.
Yeah.
If
I'll
I-
just
if I-
trust my own judgment going forward like I have, and I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm still getting 1 gold for every 1.5 million points using my monos.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
two
but that
gold for the 100 is pretty good.
Right, but look, here's the problem. The fact that everyone's looking at a gold per million still isn't accurate anymore, because now we're not looking at total, points required of like 30, 40, or 50 million. We're talking like if you want to get everything in this raid,
Hundreds.
which is a regular raid, yeah, I mean you're over 100 million points to get everything.
Looking
I mean,
at
that's just not, yeah, that's not a good gauge anymore, and that's completely to blame on the cost of the charged armors and some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Plus,
they
you have
changed
to build.
the charge
You have to build 6 fleets to get to that.
Not
Yeah,
really.
That's another point. The fact that you have to build all this, I'm not.
The thing.
I don't know.
The thing is, it depends on which fleet you're using. If you started out with the generalist, or you started out with icebreakers and kept building up, pretty much all you need is either one of those fleets and you're good. You
Yeah,
never
but
had to
the
build a
thing
second.
is they, the mono is supposed to be the skill hull, and that's what's offered out there as it is. But
It's supposed to be the
you
best.
have to still make a correct choice, because what they say isn't always the way it's going to be, and
Yep.
Well, not making a correct choice because we didn't have
I
the
mean, you
information
gotta
when
be
it
lucky.
started, and
Yeah, that's what I'm
we don't
saying, you
have
gotta
the
be lucky.
information now. I mean, things keep on changing as we progress, and I think
Yeah.
that's the main problem that people have is we did not have the information to make a choice at the beginning, and then
Yeah,
they changed the charged armors a week before, and then 2 days before they changed the way that the gridiron works and the whole mechanism of that skill / best haul in the game. And I think that's got a lot of people upset, is the fact that they changed that mechanism and there wasn't a choice to be made. You didn't have the information to make a choice.
Of course.
Yeah, and I mean the change with the charged armor as well. People were trying to build their monoliths and get them out for the XP weekend and all that other stuff, and they were refitting them as they were going, not knowing ahead of time that the build time for those charged armors are going to triple. Well, you do that a week and a half before the raid. That's bad. That's very, very bad. There should have been, there should have been a time where they just went, okay, for the next 2 weeks, you guys can still do it like this, but then at the end of that time, it's going to this, and let us, refit what we needed to refit, because that's just, it's I don't know. The whole thing was not handled well. Not at all.
And we didn't
And
know.
what's even
Go ahead.
what I was gonna say, what's even worse is from what I've saw of all the like posts and stuff like that, people are starting to use the Zelos tank rather than the gridiron.
I've heard that too. It's actually cheaper. In my alliance, they were actually doing it for 14 minutes for the 100s with the Zelos with monos.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
said that.
Here I am with grid, and I can't do it for that. I can do it, 45 minutes.
Yeah, we
Or-
had said it. We had said it the other night, and there was a build specifically I was talking about, and lo and behold, there's another one. Lo and behold, between that time and the beginning of the raid, now arc missiles can't get shut down by the duality countermeasure. So, I'm not very happy with the way things. The company is being reactionary to what we're coming up with, and the thing is that that's what we're supposed to do. They give us the tools, and we're supposed to come up with stuff. The fact that we come up with stuff that they don't think of is not. We should not be penalized for that. If we come up with it, go, okay, look, we're going to let you do it this raid. We're going to change it for next raid. Fine, I can live with that.
Yeah.
But doing the crap, I'm just not. I'm not thrilled with the way that this has been handled at all, and it makes me worry a lot about how the FM is going to look afterwards, because I have a feeling the FM, the difficulty is going to be much higher than what we are used to, and that's going to lock a lot of people out of the game entirely, because the FM is the center. It's the cornerstone of the game right now. I mean, that's what the whole thing revolves around. So if people are locked out of the FM, that's going to cause that's going to be a bad thing for the game.
But besides target, besides the S targets, is there a huge advantage of having the monolith over Citadels and a Punisher?
I don't think
No.
so. I'm seeing a lot of people do the A sets now for either map repair or break apart repair in their dock.
I saw people doing it with Novas, and they're only taking like 30 minutes damage per A set.
Yeah, and I think M is running Punishers and Berserkers and doing fine on the A sets, according to what he put in the forum.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's something was fundamentally not done right for this raid set, and this is the one they had to get right. I mean, of all the ones that they're going to do, this is the one they have to get right.
And the thing is, it's not just locking the idiots that are going to be saying, "Oh, the raid's too hard, I'm not going to do it." It could be locking the people out that are still going for it just because they don't grab an armor that's 10 million a fucking pop.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that they changed it now, it's a different armor and still not worth 10 million, but
No.
it's more useful to more people in more builds the way it is now than the way it was built before.
Yeah, if it had stayed at a 10 to 12 hour build per, then maybe I could see asking for this many points. But at a day and a half, this is like a 2.5 million point prize.
Crazy.
And it's hard to tell how effective they are. We were talking a little bit before you got on, George, was the fact that how much damage that like the sneaker Apollo is that appears to be using priority targeting. Even if you have charged armors and MX3, it's still doing a half an hour of damage for one missile. And so I haven't tried it without charged armor, but I mean that's
a lot of damage.
A half hour for a single missile that appears to be impossible to shoot down. It's
which one?
And I think it's some people are running the 81, I guess, in a different way and not encountering this ship. There's a Rhino that has what appears to be priority targeting that will aim at your back line.
It's the one that comes in from the left-hand side, because I did test this one.
Yeah.
And with two charged armors on my mono, 2 hits gave me a half an hour damage.
Ouch.
The best way to avoid that for anyone that wants to, go in, clean out the middle, and then start working down around the bottom of it, and they'll go fight the arc and then kill themselves on a turret.
Yep, exactly, Nine.
Yeah.
Where's it going to go for the arc? It comes in on the left. It goes for the cold snaps first.
You don't kill that bottom one, right? I mean, it depends on your positioning. Yeah, it's.
If you got monos, you can outrun it. You just turn around and start moving until you get up to speed, and just wait. Pause and go until it barely gets into range, and then you just shoot it and keep going.
Well, I come in at 6 o'clock. I'll go ahead.
The problem is, though, you never know when it's. I've done 4 eye sets, complete eye sets, and it only appeared once in an 83. And it come from behind. I had no idea what was even happening because I wasn't watching the fleet behind. I was watching my my tank, so I wouldn't run into any turrets.
They're sneaky.
Well, unless you're fighting the arcs, you don't even have to run the tank and backline. You can stack. All you gotta do is have that 98 missile, and you can stack and just drive the whole thing.
But it doesn't matter if you're stacked. What I'm saying is, it appears to have priority targeting.
It does actually.
So, I mean, either that, I was wondering if it has priority targeting, or it's using that shrouded ship in the middle as like the targeting point.
Oh, maybe.
As a remote targeter, yes.
Yeah, and but it's using it as that's choosing where it's going to shoot at,
That's
as
what
opposed
I
to
thought.
normal remote targeting.
I agree. I thought that too, but I thought it was just me.
That's what I was saying. It's the shrouded ship that unshrouded and got me in the 83, and I don't know what I did different to the one I done before. Because when I did it the first time, it didn't do nothing.
The 83 has something to do with the fleet that comes in from about 7 o'clock. I'm not sure exactly what the mechanic is, but that's where it's tied.
If you kill the buildings before that comes in, then it unshrouds. So you have to kill the ships.
No,
Before
because
you
I
kill
had the ships came in and were actually engaging in that corner when one of them unshrouded.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if they killed the building before they
No.
died. Maybe it's if those buildings get killed before the ships die. That's a possibility
Could be.
because I think I came in and killed the turrets while they were still engaged and they didn't die from my splash. And it engaged. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe if those turrets die before that fleet dies, it'll
Gotta love
engage
that
it.
splash.
But yeah,
That
it's
would be
definitely
good.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to say it's definitely tied to that fleet that comes in at 7 o'clock on the 83.
I've had
It
it
would be.
unshroud once.
An explanation from Kix would be really nice. How to, what to do to set it off, and that would be nice, wouldn't it?
We can't
Well,
we can't even get an answer.
I consider toxic. I consider this sort of part of the puzzle. I would much rather get like prior notification if they're going to change the charged armors and change the mechanism of, how the gridiron works or all that kind of stuff. Because I can still consider this like part of the puzzle, as opposed to them just changing the mechanics of our ships and stuff like that. So I can sort of understand what they're doing here and trying to make us figure it out. It's more interesting than that. Okay, yeah, you got to start rebuilding stuff and whatnot. I understand what you're saying, but I would prefer that other stuff first.
I do have a question that I'm kind of curious about. Because I mean I still think that these things have to get changed. But if they change, say, the gridiron effect to be bigger, so it starts at the back of the boat and goes all the way to where it is now.
Nice.
Do you think anybody would get upset? I'm just curious. Like, out of everybody here, would anyone be upset if they changed it again?
I would love it.
To actually be inclusive of all of it.
So
Love
basically,
it.
from the ass of the boat back.
To where it is now, yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I don't see a problem because then people could still pretty much run stacked.
Yeah,
Map wide would be awesome.
They won't do map
Yeah,
wide, I don't think.
Or the other thing they could do, they could keep it where it is and translate the accelerate function to just base into your combat speed.
Yeah, that'd be awesome too, but that's just gonna break the game.
I don't think it would break the game.
Why would it? Yeah, what would break?
The raid would break. I mean,
Why?
It's too easy. I mean, it's pretty easy now as it is.
What is the speed change going to do to break or change the way that the targets are handled?
You would be able to outrun the arcs.
You can already pretty
You
much
do that
do
now.
it.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
you can do
my
that
only
now.
argument. Sorry, guys.
I mean, it's a legitimate question.
Yeah, no, that was the only thing I could think of.
Every time they try to fix something or change something, they break something else.
Yeah.
The way I think it should have been done, the gridiron should be the center of the circle.
Yeah, I would have liked
That'd be
that.
awesome.
I would have liked that.
Yeah,
a lot.
that's the they should have told us beforehand. The only hint that we had that it was like this was when
the devs.
GD Raken mentioned something like it'll act like the Monarch, and then what's the other TD?
Aerospecs.
TDA.
Yeah, and he showed his teeth and snarled at us.
Mm.
That was the only. Well, that's the way I look at it.
Snarl at us. Come on.
Look, that wasn't a smile. That was like showing your teeth out of like aggression.
Show your teeth.
You need to rewatch that. You need to
Hey,
rewatch that.
The best thing is, at least we get more of a notice of that than them fixing the venom spitters.
So they even
No, I wish I were like the icebreakers. Sorry. I wish I were like the icebreakers where it was just in that field and you could just run it, and that would be awesome. But hey, it's not.
It was a silly idea at the start. Why would a mortar fleet that you have to run in the back
Mhm.
with retargeting and everything? Why would the flagship need a wake field that's running behind it? If it would keep the fleet in the wake field, so if you do a sharp turn and the fleet would just swing around with it like a trailer,
Mhm.
like the ring does, that would be okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But not. As soon as you do a little turn, you lose your fleet in there.
Yeah, I think they did it to, I think that was supposed to be part of the skill thing was doing that, and I think the change 2 days before the raid still shows them to think that's the skill part of the hull, and I don't think it is. Like they added that Apollo field because in the testing everyone was saying it's too slow. I mean, we don't want another Citadel, and they came up with that instead of just boosting up the speed by 5 or something. I mean,
or it
Didn't
wouldn't have been more
time
than
out
5.
the target?
you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, it would have been more than
Yeah.
5, but
Yeah, I mean, if they made it faster, yeah, that would help. Or make it, like Toxic wants, as far as creating an aura that starts at the center of the ship. Or
Come on, map wide would be awesome.
Yes.
that would break.
One could hope.
And make it so, or make it in case anybody in your alliance is using it, you get it as well. Or you can make it U-shaped as well, which I've seen, and that makes sense.
Perfect.
Where even if you let it swing around, if it's a certain distance, not 180 but 150 degrees behind the back of your boat, it's more shaped like a sort of a broad U as opposed to that circle that's popping out in the back.
Or they could have made it a C shape, like a thick C shape that sort of goes from east to west and sort of it's like a I don't know, like a C behind it. And then if you got your ships in there and you turn, that C shape will still make sure that the ships are still in there.
Yeah, or they didn't release it at all and just gave us like another hull that was a tank because it's the FM and we want to build more than 2 or 1. I mean, we only got 1 right now and they didn't give us a second one.
Yeah,
with that whole 20-day build token, right?
I'm saving that.
Hell yeah.
Or even better yet, they could have just called the icebreaker the skill hall, kept the icebreaker the generalist, and fixed the fucking icebreaker off the bat.
Or even better still, just release 1 hull per raid, not 55.
Yeah,
It wasn't. Look, the icebreaker worked just fine. The mechanics and everything of the icebreaker worked fine in the preview servers that they had. Okay, what happened was they changed the targets, and that's what messed it up. And I'm still not entirely sure why. I mean, I have some theories as to why, but once they find something that works, I don't know why they insist on changing it. I mean,
yeah, I agree with Toxic's point that they've released too many hulls for them with their manpower to effectively test all the targets out and scale the targets to having 3 different hulls with potentially different flags and different tanks and whatnot, and try to make it work.
Yeah.
And they just need to cut down on the they're going to say, oh, well, you guys wanted more choices. Yeah, we wanted more choices off of the basics, so we could tree out from the basics. Not that we start off with 3 different things and a lot of them have incompatible specials and weapons, so it's still not a choice as far as fine-tuning your ships. Now it's a choice of, without any information, how do we start building this hull without knowing what the target looks like, not knowing how they're going to change the hulls, yada yada yada. There's so many things that are unknowns walking in, especially in the bing 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 3-month raid cycle.
Yep.
And best news of all, we're getting 2 more charged armors next cycle.
How do you know that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. That's their big moneymaker right now, 10 million a point.
Well, my guess is 1 more. My guess is 1 more.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that they're going to do another one because this hasn't actually gone over all that well. If they do another one, I'm just going to shake my head at it because, wow.
I would not be.
Changes.
And
I would not.
Okay, go ahead, Nance.
Well, I was going to say, I just wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see a corrosive one.
Yeah.
But
you said 2. You said 2 more.
Oh, sorry.
But one of the things that I would throw out there is it's expected that an assault cycle is coming out next. So if you want to make a choice between what kind of charged armor that you're getting now Definitely get the M
The
over
M.
the X.
Yep.
Yeah. And go ahead.
And well, in that vein, it actually brings up a question. Given the tumultuous releases of the auto hulls that we've had, right? Because only the last one really that was really good was the Tideseeker, and I mean maybe the Icebreaker is turning into one. I'm not sure. I stripped mine, so I can't test with them anymore. But and given the way that the generalist hulls are actually working, would anybody be upset if they didn't come out with an auto hull next month? Or, I mean, I
wouldn't be.
I don't know that anyone's going to want to buy it given their history with them now.
I don't think anybody's going to be
Or skill
upset
level,
with
for that
it.
matter.
They're just not going to get it if they don't feel it's going to work.
I mean, I just
Why
don't.
do you
The Ironclad sucked. The Icebreaker kind of sucked. I mean, I don't know about this raid, but it kind of sucked last raid. So
The only people I think would have problems with that would be the people that want to be done within an hour or two. But of course, they had the blitz targets for that.
Blitz it. Yeah, blitz it.
That's what I was going to say. Why would you need an auto hull if you can blitz it? By the time you built that
That's it
hull
for me.
and everything, you might have well blitzed it.
yep.
That's a big waste of money.
Yeah, the three-headed monster.
Most of us.
The three-headed monster for the 3-month cycle is just, I think, is causing them problems.
Overload.
I mean, I personally would be happier if there was, you can have raids and stuff, but bring out hulls like, a couple of times a year, 3, maybe 4 different hulls a year, and that's it. You don't need that many.
No.
Well, that's the theory
I
behind.
agree.
That's the theory behind the generalist hull, I think.
Yeah.
It's just
Then you
I
can
don't
put
think they're supposed to. I don't think they're supposed to work as well as they are. They really, honestly, should not be working as well as they are this raid.
Yeah. No, I agree,
Oh.
Toxic. There's too many holes. Too many holes. I mean, every time I build one, I have to scrap one, and basically I can use that hole for something now in the game, and I'm scrapping it. So.
Well, the thing is, at the moment, I know everyone's going to disagree, but do you need to build everything?
You
Who
don't
says
need
we're
to build
building
everything. But I like being prepared.
Well,
Why are you assuming everyone's building everything? No one has said that they're building everything.
Yeah.
It's like going to the casino. You go on the roulette table. You pick black
Yeah.
or red. If you pick the wrong one, you lose your
Place
money.
your bets.
There you go.
Place your
That's
bets.
it.
That's actually a really good analogy. I like that one. I might steal that.
50 coins, send it to my account. Thanks for that.
I like that. But other than that, so I know how. Well, actually, who did I hear from? Shane was doing good. Nines won't shut up about his raid. How else is everyone else doing on their raids?
screw you.
I'm already prepping.
You're already prepping?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm prepping too. If you're in 300s,
Mhm.
let me know.
Ready to prep.
Daniel, what is that? Do you got a G.I. Joe thing for your picture
Huh?
now? You got a G.I. Joe thing for your picture now?
Oh yeah,
Really?
you didn't notice that?
I just noticed it.
Oh,
I was reading other stuff while we were doing this. But all right, so raids. How's everyone's those that are in Alliance, your lower members, how are they going? Like I'm kind of curious what the people that don't have monoliths or icebreakers or even citadels because they just started getting them. Are you guys seeing people being able to do this on their own raids, or are they all begging for help again?
They're doing it themselves for the most part.
Using what?
Citadels. Somebody's
Didn't-
in Night Seeker for a spotter. I seen.
Yep.
Apollos. They're hitting the 80s with Apollos and doing really well.
Really?
Yep.
Ha! That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's people using ballistic Zelos in the alliance I'm in,
Yeah, I've seen those
And-
guys.
but they can't touch 100s. We've tested that.
No.
Is anyone still using Punishers that you see?
I see Punishers used in the Seas.
I've seen
I'm
them in
using Punisher in the 80s.
Really?
Hey,
Yeah.
wow.
Punisher lead. Sorry. Punisher lead, which sits behind.
I've
How's
saw
he doing?
I was gonna say.
You can do it, in
Do you know how much
under 5
damage?
minutes.
Do you know how much damage they're taking for a target
You can do it free repair if you drive carefully. If you
with
don't
the
stuff
Punisher?
up.
Yeah.
Really?
Punisher
There was a-
lead, yeah.
See, that makes me feel so much better about my fucking piece of shit monos.
Get
Oh
your
my
Punisher
God.
out, George. Try that out.
No shit.
George, there was a video
I find
on TFC
I
about
find
it.
this I find the Zelos is a little bit too quick. I seem to run into targets with it, especially into the cold snaps.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Zealots it matches the speed of the monolith when they get their specialty boost, but when
Yep.
they're at regular speed, the Zealots is actually a bit faster.
Have you tried using the S button toxic?
Yeah, I'm clicking on the actual turret now.
No, but I'm
But,
saying if you try using the S button, it'll find the closest turret for you, and maybe that'll eliminate some of that.
Yeah,
That's-
and a trick that you can use with the S button is it'll what it does if you watch, it'll get you in range of minimum of the maximum range, and then after about a half a second it'll bounce forward a little bit. If you actually wait until it starts firing and then hit the down button, you won't bounce forward at all, and you'll actually get to use that max range thing.
I will try that once it's repaired.
Okay. Yeah, that might be next week though, right? With that repair efficiency.
Uh,
Go ahead, Dunce.
Well, no, I was just say George side chat.
That's the good thing about having citadels and punishers and all that other stuff. You can play with other things while the monos are repairing, because they all went down in one big heap.
Yeah. That's one of the things I like about this raid. If you mess up with your high-end fleets, like your monoliths, you
You
can
have it
bring in
backed up.
you can use your Punisher and Citadels to do certain parts of it.
Yep.
The Icebreakers, I have a harder time finding a substitute for, but
I'm trying to
good
find
on
a use
monoliths.
for them.
Well, I'm still doing the prepping on the long stuff with them.
Gotcha.
I'm still prepping with those on the A sets.
See, mine have no armor on
and-
them now, so I'm kind of screwed with them.
Okay, well, you didn't hear to do that on this show, did you?
What, to take the charged armor off and put them on the?
Yeah.
No, I mean I had to because I needed the monoliths.
I'm just messing.
Quote unquote.
How sour is that to say?
Salty.
You have no idea how salty I am. You have no idea.
Yeah.
With me on Tuesday at the end of that show, that was actually like the nice version.
Yeah. He's been mad ever since he's been dubbed super celeb. So, it has nothing to do with the rest of the stuff. Yeah.
You're just loving that, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Love
You won't let it go. Like a dog with a bone.
Have a beer and it'll be all better.
Yep. But was it you, Raptor, that knew what launched the? Was it somebody else? I think it would be informative to people if somebody knows, like in the 81, what launches that nasty Rhino. It would be helpful if
the one that comes in on the left.
Yeah.
That's from the center shipyards. Yeah, it's like the center line shipyards behind. I think it's behind that mortar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's behind
Towards
the
the middle.
mortar, top side.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it might be helpful if somebody, because we'll still be going on for a little while, if somebody could get like a screenshot and you could put a circle around. Yeah, just give us an idea, like, so the people watching know what to hit or avoid, or when to hit it or when not to hit
I
it.
can do that.
You're talking about
You can just look on the video.
Okay.
You're talking about those two rhinos that come from the right hand side that go really fast.
Now those two you ignore and they go die on the turrets.
Yeah.
The one on the left hand side is the one that everyone keeps on having issues with because they'll kill that set of because you're already there. You're killing that corner
Yeah.
turret, and the thing comes in afterwards.
It runs into you.
Let me find.
Oh, I
guys-
come
you
in
guys
at a
keep
different
talking,
angle, and those
Well-
die instantly.
Yeah, what I do, I come in at 6 o'clock, clean out the 2 turret clusters on the left side, and then once I'm done with that, I pull everything back towards the middle, run up the middle, and those rhinos just run along the edge, clear out the arc for me, and die to the turrets at the other side.
Hey, Hefe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here, I'm gonna.
Oh, you want to present you?
Yeah, let me see if I can get this to the right speed so we can actually see what the hell's going on. So it's right here. Those are the 2 right here that we're waiting on. And I think it's these right here. I think it's actually this one right here, that middle one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
The one just south of
It's
the.
it's one of these 4 right here because this is
Okay.
when these get dead, those start coming in because you can see them already in the map.
Okay.
So I want to say it's this one right here that I'm right next to. I think it's that center one on the left.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's the one that I think it is. But no guarantees because I can't remember. But like I said, this one, I mean, I just pause until I'm in range and then I just kite the damn thing because it doesn't have the same range as your tank.
Oh yeah, nice.
Um,
Now,
I've had them come as close as 75 before they even start firing at me.
yeah, they definitely come into range. On the 100s, they way outrange you.
I've been getting that. Now, see, that's another thing. I've been getting this on a lot of targets where it does this. Oops, I just messed that up again. Where it shows 1 second or 0. Like I've had a lot of them that say 0. I came out of an 85, and this second one looked like this with the green bar, but it said 0 seconds repair time. I've been getting that a lot, and I don't know if that's a
0.1.
glitch. I don't know what the hell it is. This one's 1 second of damage.
One.
I was getting that
85
last rate as well. I was getting that
Were
last
you?
rate as well. Where
You know
I was getting
what caused it?
all showed damage, and then it
You
was
must have
all
beat-
4 of them showed damage, but they were all 0 seconds.
Yeah, see,
And it's just
that's
the annoying part of letting them like click, 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 and because that 0 seconds ends up becoming like 15 or at least 10 seconds once you put them in your, once it cycles through and whatnot, which is a little annoying, but not the end of the world.
I got this one. This was giving me a hard time before because this right here was unshrouding a lot, and I was having problems. And the other thing is, in this area, you can't click to stop. You have to actually like pick where you're going to click because anything on that mega hull section thingy won't let you click on it, which was a pain in the ass.
Oh, so
I
you're
think
coming
in
in
this
from,
one, you know what? Actually, I think this one that gets activated too. Hold on, I can't remember. Yeah, it got activated. So something right there activated it. I don't know if it was these things coming out. It was when these ships down at the bottom came out. See, when those came out is when that one moved. I'm not sure what triggered it, but so it's not just killing
Now-
these.
George, what's funny is I come in from 6 o'clock and I kill the ships that you're talking about. I had that unshrouded in 83 at all.
Me either. I haven't had it unshroud ever. So
And-
I don't know
Yeah.
what the deal is with that.
Hold on a second. When do those get
It happened-
activated?
It happens randomly. Whenever there's
Hold on. So you come in from 6 o'clock. You kill this shipyard to
Uh,
activate those.
No, it's not only that shipyard. That shipyard and the Torp Tower. That shipyard and killed it and left the Torp Tower. And that's when they come in. And then to set off the other side at like 7 o'clock, it's the 2 buildings over on the other side.
Huh. Maybe it's
I'll
that
be
one that comes
posting-
in on the side. Then I don't know. That's weird. We'd have to. I don't know what the hell activates it then.
What I'll do is I'm gonna post a video later tonight, and I'll send you the link so you can see how I'm doing it.
Hey George, look at the that's an 85 with a initial lead. 1 minute 5 seconds to repair.
Hold on. Let me get out of this. I want to get out of that.
Yeah, I have you on present now, Toxic.
Okay, well that's a
Nice. That's an 85.
85. Yeah.
That's fantastic, and it makes me feel like an idiot for building my monolith fleet. I just wasted a complete fucking month of shipyard time for nothing.
I think the 83 is the hardest one out of all of them 80s. The other ones, they're instant repair, but the 83 is like 6 minutes. I don't know what the hell is
Yeah,
that about.
I can take no damage at all on 81s every time I drive them. But that
I'm
83 is
talking
the
83,
bastard.
dude.
I know. I was saying the 83 is the bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the 81's nothing, 85's nothing, and the 83 is like 6 minutes. Damn, I always got to bring it back to my base to repair it unless I want to coin, and I'm not going to coin for
Does the
1
83
minute.
have? Does the 83 have an arc missile in it? It doesn't, does it?
Yes, it does.
It's got two at the bottom.
Oh, that's right.
It's
That's
got those
right.
two solo ones at the bottom. And doesn't it have more?
No,
Or
it's
am I
a
thinking-
Those two.
It's got those two that are sitting out there naked, pretty much.
Hey, Doolittle.
Do a little.
Very
Jerry,
good.
turn on your mic.
He
Hey,
talked. He looks a little bit more bright-eyed today.
Yeah, he looks young today. Look at him.
Yeah.
can you hear me?
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Much better.
Yeah.
Who's this hitting?
He looks much younger than last time I saw him.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I?
You look exceptionally young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
I don't think he knows which picture he's using.
No, probably not. What am I using?
How about when he brings some slides up, dude?
Apparently,
You look like the
Apparently-
Gerber baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Apparently, we know why you can't sleep at night.
yeah.
I don't-
Somebody
it doesn't-
hasn't breastfed you today.
Hey, he may still say that he'd be up for that.
Milk does
Yeah.
the body good.
Yeah, there you go.
How the hell do I get out of my damn shit here?
I don't know, man. The depends are too big. I'm not sure. Oh, look, now he's green. Look at that.
No, but it was fun. It was just amusing that you didn't know. There we go.
And now
I know
he's a
what it
kitty.
yeah, no, he's a kitten. All right.
I'm right now, ain't I?
Sure, yeah. We'll go
I don't know if there's any right or wrong. It was just amusing. You didn't know that's what you're doing.
Well, it pops up. It's a Dell camera. It just if I don't close it out, like when you first join
Yeah,
in,
you
sign
gotta-
in, it just picks something randomly.
So now we know what he really looks like.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wish.
He either looks like he's 9 months old or he's a kitten.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about now.
He's a furry kitty.
Good.
I'm not a. It's my regular thing on there now, right? My regular icon on there now, right?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
No. Now you appear to be. What is that? Oh my goodness. I don't know what you're doing now.
Yeah, I was fucking with you
Doolittle,
now.
we're gonna get kicked off the
like
air
a
for that.
three-toed sloth.
Yeah, it appears to be like some sort of large-breasted reptile. I'm not really sure what you're doing there, dude.
I wonder
But you
what's
know,
on
it's-
Hefe.
it's all cool. We don't mind. We don't
Reptilian.
mind.
And what's on Hefe's mind today?
When large-breasted reptiles, obviously.
Hey, George, I hate to
Yeah.
say this, but Toxic just two-shot a turret cluster.
Did he?
Yeah, with
Oh, that's,
judgments on the
that's an
Citadel.
81. Yeah, no, pop the 85s. That's the ones that I test because I'm assuming I could be wrong, but I'm assuming those are the ones that have the most armor on them.
85.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the distance between them. I don't know. I'm just thinking because I think they're most likely at the same 80 level. They're most likely to have the same code, the weapon coding, unless they've changed them throughout the raid. So
That looked like he one-shot it.
Hell yeah. Hell, 2 shots. That's 1 shot.
oh, see, there we go. Now those see, that's what I'm talking about. Those
Look at
bitches. Yeah, that's what I've been complaining about. That happens.
That's the first time that they have come out on me ever.
Son of
I've
a-
never.
No, they
come out.
usually come out earlier.
Yeah, I just let the turrets
They come out
kill
way
them.
earlier.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, that's the crap I've been talking about.
That's why I drive them all the way I drive them, because I just
And
don't want
those-
to deal with any of that crap.
Those are the 2 rhinos that
I
I
don't
was
have
talking about
patience.
from the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let them kill them.
I've never had them come out ever.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's part of the whole strategy of figuring out how to kill what, and I guess the faster you try to kill everything, the more likely those bad boys are going to come out because they're aiming. Either it's like I said, it's either priority targeting, or the aim point is actually that shrouded thing in the middle.
Hey, George. How much points are you getting per 83? I just want to see something real quick. Do you remember off the top of your head?
How many points you're getting per 83, George? I'm not sure the relevance of it, but he asked the question.
I'm watching a guy right now doing an 83 with Railgun Zelos. One Zelos.
Well, the reason I'm whenever I let the ships die off to the turrets, I think I'm losing about 50 to 60k points. I was just wanting to see if I figured that out, and I know George is close to my level.
No, you're doing it because the Zoe is stealing your points.
I know, but if I'm trying to figure out how much those ships are actually worth total.
No, well, it's also how much damage they're doing too, because you're not knocking down those towers.
He was AD 2,163. Tommy's got to do a video.
I just got a message from George. He's lost power at his house, so you're not going to get a response from George at this point.
Son of a.
Yep, he did it on purpose. He did not want to answer Nines' question
Again?
that badly that he shut down power to his entire house.
Oh, he's going to get. So, Mary just said, if no one heard him, Railgun Zelos doing an 83 damage free for a single ship.
Ooh.
Does that have damage? I mean, ballistic. I don't really run a Zealous. Does that have a range
Yeah.
extension?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got
Okay.
the 5%.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I recall. I just never really built them, so.
Neither did I. I built one.
Yeah, even the freaking rhinos chasing them. This is crazy. How is he shooting all the missiles out of there? At the rhinos?
He's shooting all the missiles there.
I think he's talking to someone else.
Okay. Is that Mary that's doing that?
Yeah.
No, so we're watching a guy in our sector. He's taking no missile from the rhinos in the 83, and no damage from any of the turrets. Everything fired at him's getting shot out of the air.
My Zelos does
What?
that. All he's got to do is have like decent countermeasure accuracy and he can shoot everything down.
Pretty much.
Is there a reason you use the railguns instead of the Quake cannon?
I don't know. I'd have to ask.
It's probably an older build before the Quake came out. Because we didn't get the Quake till the FM.
Takes a long
Okay.
time to let it rain all
And you know those crazy people in their railguns, even though the Arbalest is better, they're still going to try and use them to shoot buildings.
Takes out a turret in 3 to 4 shots.
Was that you, Doolittle? Are you a dog now?
Oh, it wasn't me.
Okay.
It wasn't me this time.
Okay. Just check it. It's all good. Just check it. But as far as everybody goes, as far as the prizes go, I mean, I'm assuming that everybody here has everything on the left-hand side.
Wrong.
No.
But you don't. You don't. Well, you don't have the icebreaker. So are you going to get it before the sale's over, or what are you going to do, Toxic?
Nah, I've got the icebreaker. I haven't got the garrison thingy and the.
Garrison battery. Okay.
Yeah, and nor do I have the rocket. So, doesn't bother me. I don't use the icebreaker, so would I get it?
I've got garrison battery.
Yeah, might not even get that the sloth. All my main priority is to get all the Empyrean and Zelos tokens. Get all the VX. I don't know if there's any VXP for them, I want to get them.
Yep,
Get
there is.
all the tokens and ship build tokens and VXP tokens. That's my main priority. Then I'll get the mortar, and then maybe the sloth. I don't know.
A Toxic, if you want to save points, if you are running out of time and you don't have the points for the VXP tokens, as long as they don't change VXP, all you need is a countermeasure ship to go in, and as long as your ranking ships can do a little bit of damage, you can do VXP damage free.
Oh no, that's easy. That's cool. That's not a problem. I'm not. It's easy to not easy, but it won't take me long to get that.
Okay. I was just saying.
I don't. What do I need the sloth for? I've got the oppressors fully built. I've never used them. I used them once in a campaign. They melted. I've never used them since.
From what I hear of the sloths, they're pretty freaking nice.
Well, I know that Stu loves them. I haven't heard, I was in the preview. It's a specialist build. It's a niche thing. It'll be interesting to see how they work out overall. But yeah, the huge splash numbers, I can see ways that they can be used, especially as long as these tier 6s last for a while. So yeah, it would be worth using if you're the kind of player that likes that kind of thing, to figure out like something tricky to do with them. If you prefer to just click at the back of the base, these are going to be very frustrating for you.
Yeah. Toxic 50k VXP for the Empyrean tokens total, so it'll skull one ship for you.
Well, that's all I'm going to get. That's all I'm going to build. That's all the tokens are there for. I think 10 days. I'm going to build 12 days for a ship for one hull.
The thing is, if you do the heavy mortar, it will be over those 10 days of tokens. It'll be more like a 16-day build or something like that. The heavy mortar is a 3-day build.
The Zelos I'm building is a ballistic fleet. That's what the Zelos is there for.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my tank. I've got my Zelos tank. I've got and I want to get a ballistic fleet because they seem to rock. I've been saying that for ever since I've seen them come out, like a fully decked out. If you got a couple of Gales and a couple of Phalanxes on it, and you've got 5 of them, you shoot down all the rockets and the mortars, and you can still bang away on the targets with the Quake cannons.
Mm-hmm. See, I've got garrison battery, but I don't have the icebreakers or the rockets, and I'm still honestly trying to decide if I'm even going to go up the charged armors or not.
I've not got one charged armor, not even a half of one. They can keep them. The 10 million, they can keep them all.
Yeah, I took a partially built facade build with my 4 other icebreakers in a 100. It did pretty well.
I can build a second. I just want to build a second fleet.
It had 2 X charged armors on it, and that was it as far as armors go. And it actually lasted it quite a while.
I can tell you that the charged armors make a big difference in the 100 target.
Oh God, do they? Sorry. They
Yeah.
do.
Sorry.
It was just dramatic.
Right.
I am a lag-headed stepchild, and the icebreakers are a saving grace for folks like me that live out in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I made one more try. I spent tons of coin putting them on, taking them off, putting the charge arms on, taking them off, and I tried it one more time, and they worked great.
Mm-hmm.
On the 100 and the 80, 84, 89 or whatever.
Doing it with the Apollo fleet. Wow.
So the charged armors are working.
Fleet.
Yeah,
That
but
helped.
the thing,
Yeah, they're
I
working
just-
really well.
I just haven't found anyone that's testing with a and say the hundreds to see the difference.
Well, I'm just grabbing at everything. So this is a good raid for me. I'm using the icebreakers with those charged armors, and I just wanted to share that. It's working for me. They're helping a lot. So
You got
I
the-
don't know what-
You got the Visago?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm using with the Visago.
Okay.
How many charge armors?
One per hull.
One.
X.
M or X?
X.
Yeah.
Welcome back, George.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, man. My computer just looked at me, popped its DVD disc open, a sword came out, it committed seppuku in front of me, looked me square in the eye, and went, "Man, that's too much of that fucking Nines guy for me. I gotta kill myself." So
Sorry, George.
sorry.
It's all good.
Or not.
Poor 81.
Now,
What?
see, I would have thought you would have said it would have been the disgrace that Yanis has been doing to your homeland.
What disgrace is Yanis doing to the homeland? I mean, how are you going to equate
300.
anything? How are you going to equate
200 to
anything in a
300
frickin-
coins a base.
So you're going to equate a computer game to, like, dude, wow.
It's Nines you're talking to.
Come on,
That's
this is
true.
Battle
That's
Parents.
true.
This isn't a game. This is life.
Remember who you're talking
That's
to.
true. So who do you blame Brexit on? Liam? Because he can't drive subs? I mean,
No, we always blame everything English on Stu, remember?
In
no,
English.
I don't. But okay. In English. So if I say it in Greek, it's going to be like somebody else we can blame. If I say it in Spanish, it'll be somebody else. I mean,
Sorry.
so like when we want to say like absolute horse shit, we just go 81.
Fuck you.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have gave a horse shit.
Dude, you set up every single one. So just you gotta stop. Just stop. You make it too easy.
Damn it.
There's 2 things that blew my mind today.
George, are we getting an updated build, by the way, for the hull raid?
I don't know. I'm afraid to actually recommend any damn build anymore because every time I recommend a build, it gets countered, and then I feel like an ass, and I feel bad because people follow my builds, and now I feel like I screwed everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm more upset about that change 2 days before the raid than anything else. Is it feels that I fucked over the community, and it sucks. It pisses me off. Like that's mainly why why I'm still raging.
Everybody knows it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
but it is. But it is because if I hadn't figured or if I hadn't pushed that build, right? I don't know. I just
There's other people
Really?
that have builds.
Yeah,
know.
but at least your builds on your blog didn't screw over someone as bad as, say, that other blogger.
I'm not even gonna comment.
If you know what you're doing, you can get your own build, right?
Yeah, and I mean, people can adapt with the build. I mean, it's not all, death and crossbones and stuff, but it's just, 2 days before the raid.
I hear you. Yeah.
That still
I hear
blows
you.
my mind.
Okay, question. Which one of you is going to take the skill hull next raid? And who is going to take, if it's still on offer or if you haven't got it already, who's going to build a Zelos and an Empyrean fleet?
Or the generalist, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it, and I will probably say the generalist, just going off history.
Yeah, I'll second that.
I'll just look and see what they got offered and make the best decision I can on what I see.
Yeah.
If Citadels work so well at this raid, who's to say that Apollos won't work great again the next raid?
That's true.
They're working good.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a very good point. A very good point.
And we got the charged M armors now, probably a new armor, and if not, no big deal because these charged M's are gonna help the Apollos.
Well, yeah, if you can pull them off of your monos, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the problem. Is they're so expensive.
Who wants that?
Yeah,
I
they're
don't.
so expensive. It's
I can already auto 91s. Why do I want to put charged armor on my Apollos? That's all they're good for, basically, at this point.
Yeah, why, if it's working, why add something?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Daniel, you had a question to bring up or a topic? What was that?
I was just wondering if it was okay to talk about it in the side chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
Bring it up.
The difference,
considering that they changed it.
Personal problem?
Yeah, go ahead.
The difference between the Gridiron and the Zelos in their antis, when the Zelos is shooting down more missiles than the Gridiron.
Yeah, I mean because of the
There's an inherent buff.
well, not the inherent buff. What is the name of the technology? It's
Duality countermeasure.
Yeah, duality countermeasures, which is a countermeasure that acts. It shoots down missiles and mortars and UAVs, and it has the same mechanism as like a gale or a hell or a hail, where it's going to multi-target. It will fire more than once at a single target, while the Phalanx will only fire at one, and then it won't. None of your ships will fire at it again. Go ahead.
And that's been changed. That's been changed for the Ark from last week. That's another. Actually, from earlier this week, in fact, that's been changed. So the Ark can no longer be shut down by the duality. It seems.
Can it still be shot down from the phalanxes, or did they make it?
Yep. No. They can. And in which case, the Zealous will outperform the Grid because it has an inherent 5% accuracy buff.
And splash.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've actually seen some of that missile shot down with the counter.
Something has to have splash in order for the 5% bonus.
Yeah, Phalanx doesn't work on splash. That's the Drac Coax that does that.
Bummer.
Kicks that we're talking about.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything to support that. How's that?
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a full-time job to follow their math.
It is.
Yep.
So a quick comment here. A lot of people ask me in a sector chat, does rank affect the duality countermeasures?
Yes.
It should. My guess would be for reload. Yes. I can't. I mean, I can't prove that, but.
I mean, the other question is, does deep sea countermeasures, or what is it? Deep sea?
Yes, deep sea countermeasure.
Was that your second question?
No.
Okay. Does that affect it? Do you know?
It's a weapon. It should.
It should. Yeah. That's the thing. It should. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I have not put deep sea countermeasures on my Harlock Citadel, which has the same exact technology in it.
I don't think it can.
You're talking the subaquatic, aren't you?
Whatever. No, whatever it is, the one that increases the reload by 50%.
Yeah.
Subaquatic propellant.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That only increases the reload of countermeasures, not phalanxes or gales or
That's
hails.
what, that's what we're talking about. We're
Work
talking
on
about.
tridents.
Yeah, but it also may work on the dualities, the built-ins.
The duality countermeasures has the category of countermeasures, not anti-missile
So if it has
or
the category-
anti-mortar or,
If it
So,
has
yeah.
category countermeasure, it should work with it. If it's in
Say
that
weapon,
category.
it should say weapon type, I think, right?
Should.
Isn't that the way that they have it designated if it says weapon type?
Yeah.
Countermeasure.
yeah. So as far as the weapon types matching up, it does match up with the duality countermeasures on both the Harlock Citadel and the Zealous.
Sweet.
So it's worth a shot, I guess. I mean, but I don't think anybody here has tested them out. But
just trying to think
but it does fit the same category, and it's considered. It's not like, as far as the data mining goes, it's not considered like part of the hull. It's just a weapon that's already been put on there.
Yeah, it takes a phantom weapon slot.
Yeah.
I think they had an issue with the Harlock, did they not? Where it was showing sometimes having that extra weapon slot.
I think way back. Yeah, I think way back when there was a couple of them that had that. Like also the one I recall was the Zoe's Apollo with the cannon.
Oh, yep.
Zoe's Rhino.
Okay, Zoe's Rhino. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Hefe or George, if you guys want to get talk to me after the show, I'll buy some tokens real quick and refit my Zealous over and see if the countermeasures, if the buff actually works or not.
We can do it now.
I've got to leave for work in about 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, send some money to me and I'll test it for you.
Yeah, send some to me too.
I can just do it for free in like 30 minutes. So.
Okay. I was just kidding. Go ahead.
I
Have fun at
wasn't.
work.
Send all you want to me, pal.
Yep.
I'll
There's no, I mean, they limit the number of tokens you can have, but they don't limit the amount of gold you're allowed to own.
That's crazy.
Doolittle, just do preps for George.
Man, I've been prepping for the last 2 days. What are you talking about?
Oh, you've been prepping since the beginning?
Pretty
Well,
much.
you had like 100. You had like 150 million when I logged in.
Yeah,
So,
I'm up about probably 160, 70 something million now. I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it was 145. Yeah. You had a fair chunk when I first logged in and started playing.
Be right back, guys. I gotta head out for a minute.
You got to make a run across the border.
Yeah, run across border.
Okay.
I'll be right back though. Okay, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Hey, do if you're in 160 range, you're almost to the top 100 players global.
I'm 182.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
182 million. And I'm prepping. I'm just prepping for. I'm just doing 80s and 83s and 85s. I'm sick of doing them. I'm just literally sick of doing them.
Me too, and I'm only at 50 million, 60 million, whatever the hell I'm at.
And Doolittle's been doing all that prepping for George.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I haven't.
It's all really confusing. Yeah.
If anything,
Yeah.
George prepping for Doolittle. Because I remember it ain't been too awful long ago George was prepping for Doolittle.
No, it's
Did
been a
anyone
while.
see
It's
the-
been a long while.
Yeah, and I'm not certain with a third person nickname. If we should continue that too much, Doolittle.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
anyone?
just kidding. Go ahead.
A third person nickname, huh?
Oh, you know, like
We did that.
He was talking about-
Deion Sanders used to do that with primetime.
Yeah,
Primetime is da-da-da, you know.
he's
it
talking about
always-
talking in third person. Yes.
Mhm.
But using your nickname to refer to yourself, yeah. But using the nickname, yeah, that was. I think Deion Sanders pissed a lot of people off by, you know. doing that.
Deion
Yeah.
Sanders pissed a lot of people off because he was a cocky bastard.
Yeah, but you know,
That's why.
primetime thinks this. Primetime, you know, he's primetime. Yeah, whatever. We can move on.
Hey guys,
Yes, Nuns.
I just noticed the limited time offers. There's enough tokens there to almost rip off the. Well, actually, put on the charged armors.
Do
if you need to.
it. Do it. Why are you even asking us? Just go do it.
Hell no, I don't have models. I was saying if you have monolith fleet, you need the armors.
Ain't you supposed to be at work?
No shit. The whole panel is turned on nines now.
Yeah. Oh,
Friday night.
Hey, Nuns. Hey, Nuns, have you brushed your teeth before you went to work?
I'm just
No,
kidding,
but
Nuns.
yeah, poor Nines. Nines has got to go to work at this point, but I'm not sure he's in my time zone.
Yeah, he is. He's in mine and your time zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to avoid going to work. I've already worked 8 hours today.
Let me see. I gotcha.
Call in sick. Just call in sick. You don't need the money.
Yeah.
Yep. If you got monies like Nines. But yeah, I think we should. Well, we still have people watching. If there's any questions that anybody has about the raid, it's Kyle's been doing quite a bit of talking, but I'm not sure if anybody else is being interactive. But is there anything that people have questions as far as issues with the raid? Because sometimes, you know, we get, you know, some things that people see that not everybody else sees, and it's an issue for them doing the raid. Pretty much everybody here sounds like the raid is quite easy for them. But
My only
they're not-
is I can't prep the 100s. They keep refreshing full, so I can't even do any preps.
I can't
Yeah,
even,
first world problems.
I can't even say it's easy.
That just
I'm
makes-
just
I mean-
I'm just so not wanting to do it.
Can I talk about the prep on the 100s?
Go for it.
Go ahead, Eric. Yeah, that seems to be a question for a couple of people. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because I don't know about the prepping part, but I know I've come across a couple 100s that were partially hit, and I myself had, when I was training myself, I went through and I mostly killed it, but I was still able to go back into it and get the full, was it 20 or 2,450,000? So I'm not quite sure what you mean by you can't prep it.
Well, a lot of the targets they have a timer on them. And that's one of the questions. It's basically, I don't know if it's 15 minutes until they reap themselves or, you know, go off the map.
Uh,
But I
No.
think
timing of the prep, I mean, because
prep.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about prepping for. I think he's talking about.
Prepping for somebody else. I'll go in and hit the complete target and leave a building. And then when I retreat and go out and they go in to go hit it, it is fully respawned.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is that a timing thing? Because I've
It was
gone out.
immediate. It's happened 4 times to me. Every one I try to do, as soon as they go in to hit it, it's refreshed.
What are you prepping?
100s.
A 100, yeah, and what I'm just saying is that every time I've done it, now this is for myself. I failed, or you know, as I was practicing, but when I come back in, it's still there, and I still get the 2.450 million bonus for it. So it got me thinking, say, oh wow, I can prep these. But if it's different when another player hits it, then that's what I was wondering.
It's not. It's not. Whether another player hits it or not, or at least I don't think so. 'cause
It's
I've
refreshed
seen-
even if I go back into
Yeah.
it.
I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people where they'll go in, hit it, and can't finish it, or they lose a ship, so they have to go out, repair, and then come back in, and the whole thing has resurrected itself.
I
How
have
much-
yet to see that unless it's a recent change.
How much time? Yeah, I think it's a timing issue. Like, how much time are you taking, and you're not running into the issue, as opposed to Shane? How much time between the first time this target was engaged and the last time somebody was able
Right.
to go into it?
That's what I'm wondering.
Or it just
Okay?
might be
It
that
was there. I went out and hit it. I retreated. They went into it. It was refreshed. Same thing
But
with the
that's not answering my
84.
question.
I come out of I went into an 84. Sit there. I got all the outside done. Made a mistake going around that channel. Lost my Zelos. Came out. Repaired my Zelos on the map. Went back into it. The whole thing is there again.
Yeah, I'll bet you, and I can't prove it one way or another, but I'll bet you that it has something to do with the reap timer, where if you go in, say the reap is at 7:10, right, and you go in at 7:09, hit it, come back out, and then go back in, and because it went over the reap time, it might be
So-
messing that up. I don't know. I mean, that's just a guess.
But there's also an
I
issue
mean,
with
it's 4
the-
different occasions. I doubt I hit it that exact reap time every one of those times.
But how much time is it
They're
taking?
the folks on the forum board. They're working on
How
it.
much time is it taking you to prep the target?
I run the target in less than 10 minutes.
So
Okay,
you have a good
and then
chance.
they go in
You have a
immediately.
good chance of
Yes.
going over it then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
they
it
do it
might-
every 10 minutes, or every 15 minutes, you have a good chance of crossing one of the reap timers. I mean, that's just a guess, though.
I
on my
mean, it's
point.
frustrating for me because I go in and I do the work and then poof, it's gone. The bonus is gone. My damage is there. I mean, I got the points for what I hit. That's what I was expecting anyway. But the person I'm trying to help out gets nothing. If I wanted again, I mean, the bonus is just gone. Is what I'm saying. I mean, I guess with him, it's not refreshing his target when he hits it. I don't know if it's an individual thing, a world thing, or what. I just know it's happened to me 4 times over the last 2 days.
Well,
I've
like
just
I
been in
said,
an
I have
83.
yet to have it happen for me, but I haven't asked anybody else to hit the target. I could try that.
No, personally, I don't think it depends on who enters it. I think it's a timing issue, whether it's from the time you enter the target to the time it's re-entered,
Okay.
or
And
it's
they
a
got a
global,
15.
or
They
it's
got a
more of a
15.
global clock that's resetting also potentially every certain number of minutes relative to the hour. I'm not certain which one.
I mean, they got a 15-minute timer on the 100s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm hitting it under the time of it to totally kill itself off in the 15 minutes, as far as that question goes.
Yeah, because I mean, the first time with this raid, I was able to. When I first started the first part of the raid cycle, I was lollygagging. I wasn't, getting these targets done quickly, and so I would go in with, like when I would go in with the icebreakers and then come back in with my citadels. And if I lollygagged around and tried to lock up a target and all that kind of nonsense, yeah, it would go poof on the map. It would reap. I'm not sure if that's the same issue that you're running into.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that happen to me in the past. I go to prep a target, and as soon as I come out, it explodes. That's what she's talking about there. That's that reaping issue. That's that respawn, when they clear the map and everything. That's just like shit. Should have paid attention to the clock.
Yeah.
But I don't know that that's what's happening here. But I'm not, I just know everyone I try to prep, it just gets refreshed. So it's hard for me to, that's what I do is I try to help the people out. I mean, my guys, I helped them out last month and lo and behold, they're doing the damn raid themselves. Good to them, so it was what we got them and they got it built and using it. Some of them are using Tide Seeker tank. One of our guys he really was interested in that. The other ones, they did the Punisher tokens and, got some Citadels out. They're trucking 14 million second day here. So I think they're doing well.
Okay. Let me see. Any more questions? Yeah, I guess they're still related to what we're talking about now. I was just, as far as any additional questions on the raid at this point. But yeah, that seems to be the main question as far as the, trying to incorporate people into,
The prep.
prepping for people and having things reap off the
Yeah.
map.
I mean, I know they said they were looking at it yesterday, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. So who knows at this point? I mean, if they don't fix it by today, I guess we'll see the fix on Monday.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Or if they, if they ever fix it. I mean, because well, I guess I'm just trying to figure out, because the S targets are new, I'm just trying to figure out, this was an issue for different targets. I'm just wondering if the hundreds are basically respawning in that same spot pretty much. And that's
Well, no, because the hundreds spawn in and around the dubs. So, because like 84s are having problems, I've seen people complain about the 85s doing it. I mean, it's not just one target, which is the problem, because then how the hell do you track that down?
Yeah, but more what I'm saying is, like, because they're concentrated around the dubs, does it appear that it's the same target, but it's a new target that's a little bit over from the other one, because the space, it's a limited area where they're spawning. That's all I'm,
I've seen that where when I hit a 100, another one spawned just right below it. But the 100 I was working on is just a little bit above it. And I've seen that a couple of times. So, but I have seen that. I need to ask someone to hit one after let me prop it.
I don't know if we talked about the whole thing of the countermeasures, like your anti-mortars, or sometimes ignores a whole mortar, or maybe several mortars in a target. Can you hear me?
Say that again.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Say that again, Daniel.
Like every once in a while, like one of the mortars come from one of the islands. All your countermeasures, they automatically ignore it, and it just hits, devastating your back line.
I haven't seen that per se, because I'm so paranoid. I just keep on moving. But I have seen a couple, and it's not just one, but it was like one or two that would hit right where I was, and like my anti-mortars didn't fire or anything. And I don't know. I don't know if it's an issue with the anti-mortars, or if it's a carryover issue from the FM where we had that, crazy mortar that never got fired on. What the hell knows?
Yeah, I mean, I was having that issue when I was all Gales. But on this Zelos build, I haven't seen that this time yet, because I've got 2 Ds and then 3 Gales. I did the mix and match thing, and I haven't seen that since I've done that. So I don't know if it got picked up by the second line, or but
or it might be a busted mechanic of the Gale. Who knows?
And then again, it could be coming from the Zelos. I don't know, because that's what I got it on. That's 3 different sets of anti-mortars there. You know what I mean? In reality.
See, I've seen the same thing happen to me inside salvages when I'm ranking. That sometimes one mortar would be ignored by all your countermeasures, and it would come and hit your fleet.
Yeah, I've seen that before too. I mean, it was happening last raid with me, but I had all Gales at that point. Yeah. I did a little bit of refitting to put the charged armors on my Zelos for this raid, So I did some refits, and I was actually able to put 2 Ds in my mix. So I don't know if the accuracy might have picked it up, the higher accuracy Ds. And plus they're a little bit shorter. So, I mean, the Gales pretty much shoot down the bulk of everything that comes in, and those Ds pick up anything that might get past with a higher accuracy rate. You know, so I haven't seen it happen this time yet, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I have seen it happen, but it was when I was running all Gales.
It happened to me a couple times yesterday, and I was just, I was a little teed.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're running DPS back there in the back line and one got through and you're like, hey, what the hell, you know? I know I got plenty to cover, you know, what was coming in.
Yeah.
How did he get through? Yeah, for sure. I've seen that. But I'm not sure why.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's so many questions. Like, why does my Citadel's range in speed in every target? It's sometimes it's like I've said before. I run the Citadel with a Wake Tactical, and it seems in some targets they run parallel with the Monarch, and then some targets they're way behind, and then some targets they're slightly behind.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. It's a
me thing.
Yeah. You're running them in the Wake Tactical, right?
Yeah.
I guess sometimes they didn't fully fuel it.
Yeah.
And other times they give it a little bit of jet fuel in your mix, or a little bit of methanol, you know.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the information.
No problem. Oh, we ain't done yet though.
Well, I know you aren't, but I have to let go because the lag here in my world drags me down. So, but I'm going to go try and hit that 100. See if someone wants to come in after it now.
All right.
Well, it's been the first day and a half or so for me, so I was just kind of ranking points to get my stuff. But I'm ready to help others, and I want to know if I prep a 100, can they hit it right afterwards? Right. So when's your next show?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday is the next crib show.
So I'll try and pop in there. That's Boy Scout night, but and let you know if that worked, because you know, it's worked for me. I hit a 100, come back out, and I go back in, it's still there, and I get the 2.45.
Well, you can come onto the TFC show tomorrow night and let us know. Hefe usually comes by.
Okay, well, I'll do that. I'll let you know tomorrow night on the TFC show, because that's really kind of near and dear to me, because I want to help others. and that's the first thing that popped in my head was, oh wow, I can prep these.
Yeah, you know, I wonder for you guys that are prepping, see if you can find one that just spawns, or if you kill off 100 yourself and then wait for a brand new fresh spawn, and then have someone come in and see if you can, because if you guys can reproduce what actually is doing it when it does that, you know, that would be very helpful, I think, in tracking down, you know, how to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try that here in just a few, because I really wanted to help others, and if you know, if there's something interfering with that or killing off the fleet for someone else, you know, making it respawn, it wasn't doing it for me since yesterday. I've had luck, so I want to know if it's more than just a timing thing, or if there's something else with regard to another player hitting me. So I'll let y'all know on the TFC tomorrow night. I'm going to find out here in just a little bit. All right, y'all take care. Thank you.
All right. Good night. Take care.
Have a good night. Bye.
Have a good night. Anything else? Or we can end it at this point and let Kyle Kyle join the show.
Why are we not letting Kyle join the show?
Well, he doesn't appear to want to join it, but he's got a lot of, he's the most vocal in the chat at this point in time. So
Where's Rum Runner? I kind of expected him to be on tonight. All sorts of pissed off.
yeah, I'm not certain, but I
He got-
guess
he got boned with the he got boned bad with the change to the grids with the monolith stack because he had res capacitor on his stuff.
Oh yeah.
That I mean, you want to talk about a completely ruined fleet? That was a completely ruined fleet from the buff, and that was not that cool.
Okay, guys. I'm just chairing 93.
Oh,
And I want to see. I mean, I may miss it, but that shrouded Apollo up there,
Right.
that seems to come loose sometimes, but not all the time. So if any of you can see when it comes loose and what lets it loose.
Yeah, I know what lets it loose. It's random.
yeah,
I don't
we think it's
think it's-
random until we know the reason behind it.
Yeah, I don't think it's random.
It's a random Apollo it replaces one of the rhinos. If it gets defeated, it unshrouds that Apollo. That's what it is.
I have never seen that.
You've never seen the random Apollo come out replace one of the.
I have the in the 83 that I have on the video that actually becomes unshrouded. I didn't see an Apollo that I killed in that.
It happens in. It happens. Sometimes you don't see it because you don't
Kill those turrets. I'll bet you it's going to come active if that fleet's still alive at the bottom there.
Maybe it's that arc over there.
No, that's not it.
Still there.
Try the arc there.
No, the arc wasn't hit when I
No.
when mine activated. That's the last thing that I hit usually.
Yeah, I attack this from the other side. I take out the arcs first, and then I move north. So, yeah.
Same here. Cafe.
You think?
I come in at 2 o'clock.
Mine comes loose every now and then.
Yeah, I take out those 2 arcs at the bottom, and then I go through the center of it.
That's still
You know what?
shrouded, dude.
All right, hold on a second, because Vengeful One just hollered at me saying that he had the same thing happen, that an Apollo replaced something in his, and that happened. So let me go to that video again and see if I see an Apollo kicking around. That's interesting. That's a new.
I've seen it come loose a couple times, and then other times it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes.
Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, actually, he's right, George, because like when I was hitting the 81s, instead of having a rhino, one of the rhinos that was with the fleet, all of them was rhinos that was coming after the turrets, or after me or whoever. There was an Apollo in that group. There was one Apollo, and then that shrouded one after close to it wasn't at the beginning, it was closer to the end. That shrouded Apollo came loose. But there was an Apollo with those rhinos that was out floating around.
Damage free. There you go.
Very nice.
No, see, I don't have any Apollos. There are no Apollos in mine, and this thing came loose.
Is there a fleet that you're not accounting for? Like, is there a fleet that's off the screen?
Here, I'll play the whole thing. Hold on. I'll go from the very beginning, so that way we can watch every single one of them. Hangouts.
Let me retreat. This is the one where it's letting loose, right?
Yep.
I need to look.
I mean, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 fleets off the map, and the 2 fleets that are engaged in the top left. Which, you know, I don't know what the hell's in them, but when I scroll up there, you'll see.
Here comes one fleet.
Yeah, but they all die, and the thing doesn't come loose.
Yeah.
I love that they come in shrouded.
Here comes the
Funny.
second. Here comes the second fleet from the right hand side. Do you have it paused?
You might have crashed.
George, you still here? He lost power at his house.
Nice explosions, anyway.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
And I'm on chat. I'm asking which Hobbit somebody's watching. All right. Well, let's see if potentially George has lost.
Has anybody tried? I wanted to ask: has anybody tried the Citadels and Zelos combo on 100?
No. I've tried the Monos and the Zelo, and I've got the Gridiron and the Zelos, and they both went the same way. They both turned into submarines.
See, I tried it, the Citadel Zelos combo, and it worked until I made a mistake at the end when the whole, like, the 3 fleets coming off the top come out. I forgot about that, and they came right from behind me and killed all my Citadels.
Ouch.
Quickly.
Yeah, George is very upset that he's lost power again. And
wow.
he's blaming Tennessee Power and whatever.
Nice.
So, does anybody have anything else to add?
Check the
Since
video.
I don't know when George is going to get back.
I'm good.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, hopefully everybody has a wonderful raid, and besides Kyle, there's not too many people out there asking us questions. So we'll end it at this point. Anybody like to join the after show? We got 2 spots at this point.
Doing a 100 now, and I'm gonna leave it to see if it responds or not. I left the big building down here at the bottom.
Okay, it started with 15 minutes, and you're down to 5 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yep, and just 1 fleet to go.
Okay. Okay, so if it's a 10-minute timer,
What's
you'll
a
see.
15-minute timer?
No, but if it is the
Oh,
reap timer
shit.
at 15 minutes.
This little dude actually broke out this time. Well, you little turd. But that's fine. I mean, I can handle him. He's nothing.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Here's
No. Good night.
here's the Imperion he shot. This is the one he hit.
Okay.
He did shoot at one of them. But like the question about the charged armors, I do think they're working. And I think they're better on your repair bill, because if you look at them, there's no repair for them, and it kind of takes a lot of it off of the bank of it. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So I think it does save you in repair over the D5Ms, since they're what? How long is the repair bill for that one armor? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and retreat now.
Okay.
Yep, I got an Apollo just let loose in this 81. I'll be son of a bitch.
Now I'm gonna go back into it.
At this late in the game, is it good to build another fleet at this point?
Sounds like that's what Toxic's planning to do.
Ooh.
I mean, because you're going to keep on using it in the FM.
I'm starting to build. I'm not going to coin it or nothing. I'm just starting with the coins.
All right. Well,
Oh,
they must have did something because this right here is totally blank. Let me call somebody over.
Okay, but you might run out of time.
Yeah, let's.
But we saw that basically pretty much 11 minutes you hadn't timed out yet.
Yeah, watch out on that. It might reset on you. That will suck.
There it is. I see the Apollo in his video.
Is it running with the rhinos?
Yeah, it's running with the rhinos.
Yep.
It's at 156 in the video. You'll see it right next to the rhino. If someone could see it on, you want me to put it on present?
Okay, so we're probably at about 13 minutes now, right? I'm just trying to get a running timer on how long this is taking.
Yep. I've noticed the same thing when Apollo comes out with the rhino fleets. That's when that shrouded one is going to come done.
Terminator's got on there. All right, they must have fixed it.
Or it's a 15-minute thing, and you just didn't.
Well, I mean, before this is kind of the same process before, but the person was out there waiting and went right into it.
Yeah.
But this is the only one. Well, I mean, I went into them before and they've refreshed.
Yeah. Or we could wait.
So, I mean, maybe something got addressed and it got fixed.
It's a possibility.
You know, I was doing them yesterday and all the way up to this morning, and then I went to bed today, and then this is the first one that I've done today.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it could have been addressed, or potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I hope that's the issue.
Yeah.
So, cool beans. Cool beans.
Alrighty. Well, unless he's going to retreat after probably 2.5 minutes and go back in, not sure there's much more we can learn here. So
I'm not sure he knows what to hit.
Well, you can push the S button. Tell him to push the S button.
Okay. Yeah.
S button works good, besides the mines.
Yeah. Well, at least you can figure out what to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that big building at the end?
Yeah. There he goes.
It's easier to say hit the S button though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably don't want to hit a mine. I think that's a cannoneer.
Yeah, all done. Be going blah blah blah.
Now it'd be interesting at this point if he retreated and came back in and see if it was reset, because then it would be the 15-minute timer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or it might reset, which would suck.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is if it did reset, that would be the 15-minute timer resetting it, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we would figure that out.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it is, though. I mean, like I said earlier, I hit one and I had like 10 minutes left. I just went to come back in on the top because the shroud was gone and it was a brand new target. That sucked. I don't know.
Alrighty. Well, If nobody has anything else, I guess it's time to end the show. We've been going on for 2 hours. And unless anybody's got something, so William, you entered the show. Do you have anything for prior to the after show? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and the people watching later. Hope you all learned some things, and have a wonderful evening and a wonderful raid.
You too, Hefe.
Good luck, all.
Yep. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.